Libra. March begins with a stellium, which is several planets in the same sign, this case Pisces, in your what's called your solar sixth house, which means it is 150 degrees away from you. That aspect is called a quincunx. When planets are 150 degrees away from your planets, then that quincunx energy traditionally is considered a time for adjustment. Now, where in your life is this adjustment being asked of? It is in the house of health and routines. So what can you take stock of? What can you change? What can you do different? What can you adjust that will be healthier for you? What routine, if you adjusted your routine, it would benefit you in the long run? And the Pisces energy and Libra energy, even though traditionally the quincunx is how can we adjust to each other, it really isn't that different, as you are ruled by Venus. And even though Pisces has two rulerships, Neptune is the modern rulership, which is in its own sign, and Jupiter, the ancient rulership for Pisces, Venus is exalted in Pisces. So you're ruled by Venus, and the exaltation of Pisces, the sign that is in exaltation in Pisces is Venus. Not only that, there is another connection that you have with the Pisces energy. And that is that the first day of, it's called the solstice points, that if you think of the time during the day that the sun is out between sunrise and sunset, it is the same as during Pisces between sunrise and sunset, because you have the equinoxes at 0 degrees. Now, of course, the first degree of Pisces is equal to the 20 in terms of how much day or night there is, the 29th degree of Libra. So there's another connection that you have with the Pisces energy. So even though this month is saying make some adjustments, there is an affinity of this energy for you, and you can find it very suitable to being out in the world, enjoying life, especially anything creative and artistic. The new moon on March 11th will explode that. It's like it's a flowering time of being able to access, act upon, and embrace any adjustment. One, the adjustments that you may feel are good for you, that will keep you healthier and your life functioning better, but also embrace and find things that you want to do that are artistic of nature, that speak to you. The day after the new moon, Mars enters Aries. And Aries is opposite your sign, and it will be in what's called your solar 7th house. But think of it, it's just an opposition. It's 180 degrees. Aries is 180 degrees away from your sign. And it will spark. It will give a let's get going energy, especially when it has to do with other people. You may find that other people begin to get a little bit restless, and they're elbowing you. It's like, hey, I thought you said we were going to do this, or I would rather go here. And that energy, just look at it in terms of reflection. What is the world reflecting back to you? Where do you need to stand up, and where do you need to compromise? What's best for you to compromise? On March 17th, Mercury will go direct. It starts the beginning of the month retrograde, and indeed it is in its shadow for the whole month. And the direct motion happens again in a place of your life that represents what adjustments can you make that will benefit you in your life, especially when it has to do with any area of that keeps you healthy and keeps you looking good and keeps you feeling good. The sun enters Aries on March 20th, 7 a.m. in daylight savings time, Eastern daylight savings time. And that is the stepping point of the mark of the halfway point between your birthday and your next birthday. So you will enter into the full phase of your solar birthday year on March 20th. So you may find a way to, what else do I need to do? An urge to get moving and to do the things that are important to your heart and to have them. The full moon in Libra, your sign, is March 27th. And this is a strong time of illumination, of understanding the balance that is needed in your life between having things where you feel they are fair and equitable and compromise with what the world and others want from you. So this is a time of really having that in balance and seeing it can illuminate what's out of balance for the purpose of going back to the center, going back to your inner peace, going back to a place where you recalibrate your life to in harmony and balance.